Most CI/CD tools answer one question: did this job run? But release teams need a harder answer: is this release safe for production? GraphFlow turns pipeline events into a release dependency graph. This is GraphFlow. It does not replace your CI/CD system. The pipeline still runs the job. GraphFlow sits on top and evaluates release safely. Instead of forcing someone to read every CI job, GraphFlow answers the release questions directly. Can we release? What is blocking? And what downstream path is impacted? This matters when release include payment contracts, inventory checks, security scans, database migration, review, approval, staging, canary, and production. Here is how a project onboards. We are demoing this on GitLab CI today, but the team just adds a GraphFlow config and points existing pipeline steps at our ingest API. Nodes are release steps, edges are dependencies, and the same config works for GitHub Actions, Jenkins, or other CI tool. For the checkout service, this repo which I'm demoing, the graph includes build test, payment provider contracts, PCI controls, fraud model checks, migration review, rollback plan, canary metrics, and production deploy. Aurora PostgreSQL stores this durable workflow graph, projects, workflows, nodes, edges, policies, and audit evidence. Now I will run the same API flow any CI pipeline would call. Today that's GitLab, but the calls are plain HTTP. First, the workflow graph is registered. Then each CI step reports its status to GraphFlow. The build passes, unit test pass, checkout integration, pricing, payment provider, inventory dependency, PCI, and fraud checks reports into GraphFlow. Now the static risk scan fails in the checkout authorization path. Here you can see that. GraphFlow evaluates the dependency graph and returns HTTP 409. Any CI/CD tool can use that response to block production deployment in a release gate job. Every run gets its own dashboard using tenant, project, workflow, and run ID, like here. Now this dashboard is for exact run we just created. It says do not release, shows the failed node, and shows downstream impact. Because the workflow is graph native, selecting the failed node shows what it depends on and what it unlocks. GraphFlow can calculate the blast radius instead of showing a red job. Full view shows the whole topology. Impact view focuses the release manager on the active blocker and affected production path. The release brief explains what happened and what the safest next action is. The graph can explain, but the pass or fail decision is deterministic. CI evidence shows what GitLab receives and auditors can inspect later. Response code, failed nodes, blocked nodes, required checks, policy, and event history. DynamoDB stores live run state and CI events because pipeline events are high volume and need low latency reads by run ID. Aurora PostgreSQL stores the workflow graph and durable release evidence. The split is intentional. Aurora is graph topology. DynamoDB is fast run state. The AWS foundation is deployable infrastructure. And Vercel serves the dashboard and API layer. GraphFlow helps teams standardize release safely without replacing CI/CD. GitLab tells us what ran. GraphFlow tells us whether the release is safe or not, or we should go for release for a particular change or not.